Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here, back with a new short movie. The name of the short movie is What If Naruto Was Reincarnation of Broly? And yeah guys, it's an unscripted movie as well. Now before continuing this, I have an announcement to make. Well, it's regarding the Horror Stories channel. I will be making a new channel in which I will be uploading unscripted horror stories. They are original and real horror stories that I will be picking up from some Hindi/Urdu YouTube channels because they are very interesting, and you will find out about them when I give you the link in the community tab. So if you are interested, then please check that out as well. And other than that, I will be uploading your suggestions. It's just that some of your suggestions are quite wild, and I am not gonna lie, I don't get it sometimes, and that is why it's being getting hectic to deliver your suggestions and all that and demand. I hope you realize that, and please give me some time because I know I've been begging that for a while now. Give me time, give me time. I've been saying this for a long time, and still some of your suggestions haven't been uploaded. I am very sorry about that. It's just that you know how it is, and sometimes it is hard to understand. And some of the animes I haven't watched. I haven't even finished One Piece yet. I'm at what, 50th episode right now or something like that. Yeah, I kind of left it in the middle. Well, enough yip yapping. And if you haven't, then please do leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of the channel. And without further ado, let's begin with our story. Our story begins at October 10th in Konohagakure no Sato in nighttime, as the village was in shambles at the time, as screams could be heard from afar, as many civilians were running towards shelters, as many of the Ganins and Chunins were helping them to evacuate. Why? Because a giant Biju was at their tail. And not any Biju, the mighty Nine-Tails, Demon Fox, Kyubi no Yoko. It somehow gotten broken free from its cage, quote-unquote Jinchuriki, and was now invading towards the village. The forces of the village were at the gates trying to prevent it from entering their domain, but they were, left to shambles because they were, at the end of the day, humans and could do so much against the strongest Biju ever. That is until Minato Namikaze, the Yellow Flash, and the Grunt Kage arrive at the battlefield with his wife and their 3 children, Menma, Mito, and Naruto. Kushina, Minato said to his wife, I want you to be the Jinchuriki of the soul because I can't have the soul seal inside any of my children. Naruto has weak chakra coils, so he will not be able to bear it. I know. We have to do this. As Minato prepared the seal again on Kushina and Menma and Mito, and summoned Kami as he sealed the Kyubi into 3 parts, splitting it into his wife and daughter and son. As Kami, after sealing it, remained somewhat and looked at Naruto quite curiously. As after that, Minato and Kushina was amazed that Kami left with a smirk. What was that about? Why was she looking at Naruto like that? We do not know. Maybe it's a bad sign, said one of the Anbus. No, it can't be. He's not just a normal kid, said Hiruzen, as Minato and Kushina nodded. Yes, that is right. He's just a kid. It can be a bad omen. It can be a good one as well. As the 3 of the kids were brought in to the village back again, as Menma and Mito were announced as the Jinchurikis of the yin and yang side of chakra. While people wanted to know what happened to the soul because the soul wasn't mentioned, Minato said that it is sealed inside a safe place, not revealing where it was sealed. Many thought that it was the other child that was inside Kushina's arms, as they didn't say anything but remained silent, guessing on their own and, focusing on Naruto now, or more like their hatred on him. As time went by, the siblings started to grow up, and it was at the age of 5 that we see Naruto in the basement. Because the house was small, there were 2 other rooms in which Menma and Mito stayed because they were more pampered than anyone in the house. As for Naruto, he had only basement left, all by himself, as that is where he stayed. But that didn't mean that his parents ignored him openly. They just paid a little bit less attention to him. But whenever he tried to tell them that the villagers glared at him, they disregarded that, saying that it was Naruto's imagination and all that. as today was their fifth birthday, as Naruto was called by his mother. Naruto, come upstairs. Today is your birthday. Don't you want to celebrate it with your family? Oh, yes, Kachan, I'm coming, Naruto said, as he was quite shy at the time. You see, Naruto was quite different from his family. He had black hair and blue eyes, while the other two had blonde hair and red hair and violet eyes. As Naruto looked like Kushina a bit, and Minato as well, the perfect mixture, but with black hair. They didn't know how it happened, but it did. They thought that it might be genetic, so they didn't bother with it anymore. As the three of them were sitting on the table, as did, well, Kushina and Minato. As Minato then said, Naruto, what is it, Nechan? Why don't you go and fetch me some plates for, well, cake? Okay. As Menma snickered. Yeah, you tell him, said Menma, as Minato frowned. Menma, Mito. What are you two doing? Naruto, leave it. Your mother will bring it here. Come here and sit down, son. But I'm already here. I can bring it, Dad, don't worry. Fine, just bring the plates here and sit down, Naruto, then. As after Naruto brought the plates, as he sat down on his chair, Kushina frowned and glared at her other two children as the two siblings looked down in shame. How many times do I have to tell you that he is your brother and you have to look out for him? Because he doesn't have as much chakra and power as you two. You two are special, I know, and everyone knows that, but so is Naruto to us. He's our son, as you two are our children. And to us, you are all equal. I know, Dad, but as you said, we are special and he's not. Why should we give him our time of the day? Said Menma. Menma? What do you mean by that? Isn't it enough of the reason that he's your sibling and brother? But he's a trash, said Mito. As Naruto looked down, I will be in my room if you need me, Naruto said as he hurriedly left away, locking his door into the basement as Kushina went there. As Minato then said, you two are grounded. I will not be teaching you two anything. As Minato got up, but, no buts. Is this how you treat your sibling? I'm ashamed at both of you. As after that, Minato left to look out for Naruto, as Menma growled in frustration. Damn it! Why can't they see that he's just a waste of space? And we're much better than him. The people says that. Well, I guess our parents are right, Menma. We have been mistreating him and didn't even give him a chance. And you are his big brother, while I'm his big sister, and we still act like that. Like he's our servant, he's beneath us. But the people say he is. Forget about the people. Naruto even said that he sometimes feel like they are glaring at him. But our parents disregard that. But that doesn't mean that he's beneath us, Menma. I guess they are right. We have turned too much into arrogant bastards than we were supposed to be. As she got up, I saw in Menma. Wait, Mito, I'm coming as well. Maybe you are right. Maybe we should give him a chance. As we go towards Naruto, as he was hugging his knees and crying, his eyes out, as he was laying on the bed while his room was locked. Kushina literally bursted the room through its hinges as she came down. Naruto? As Naruto got up and looked at her in shock. Mom? Are you mad at me? No, why would I be? Listen, son, is everything fine, honey? I'm worried about you. You see, they are a little bit arrogant, but they're still your siblings. I know deep down they love you. I know, Mom, but it hurts whenever they say like that. It's like I don't belong into this family, even though I love all of you. Is it too bad that I too want to feel the same way from you guys? No, Naruto, you have every right to do so. And we'll be there with you, each and every step of your life. So will be Menma and Mito. Isn't that right, guys? Yes, Naruto, we're sorry. We were just playing a prank and one thing led to another. We did not knew that it will go this far. We never meant to hurt you. We were only teasing you. I hope you don't mind and forgive us. Menma said, wholeheartedly and honestly. As Naruto got up and stood in front of them, as both of them clenched their fists and closed their eyes, as they were thinking that Naruto was going to yell at them, but Naruto hugged them. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I thought you two hated me. No, we never did. We actually were just teasing you, Menma said, as Mito nodded. As the family finally had a peaceful birthday, Naruto at that moment thought that his life was complete. He didn't care about people who glared at him or anything else in general, but he did not knew that it was about to come to an end. As the next day from their birthday, Jiraiya arrived, and so did Tsunade at their doorsteps as Naruto opened the door. As both of them greeted Naruto, as they went towards Menma and Mito, their favorites, and hugged them. They never cared about Naruto that much. Well, Jiraiya never did. Tsunade paid more attention to Naruto, but Mito was her favorite because she reminded her of her grandmother. As Jiraiya then said to his student, "Well, Minato, I have great news for you and Menma and Mito." "What?" "Well, Gamamaru-sama has given us prophecy that two of your children's will be the light, and well, one will be darkness. And we think that Menma and Mito are the light. Then the darkness will be," Kushina said. Naruto said Jiraiya with seriousness. But I never. I'm sorry, Naruto, but it is what it is, and prophecy never lies. But I never did anything. The prophecy must be wrong. The prophecy is not wrong, Naruto. As Minato then said, Naruto, the prophecy is not wrong, but we can change it, right? Yes. That is why I'm here. We must take Menma and Mito to train them. Where? To the Uchiha temple in the fire capital. But what about Naruto? He can remain here. But I can't leave my son here, said Minato. Yeah, Naruto is a part of our family. We can't just leave him here, or Sanin, said Menma. It has to be this way. Naruto is the darkness. I'm sure of it. And if light and dark remain together, they will always collide. It is for their betterment, and when the time comes, they will work together in union, and will stop a great tragedy from happening. But as for now, we should have to focus on light, because light is more illuminating and signifies victory, while darkness signifies death. So you are saying that Naruto should be weak and Menma and Mito should be strong, said Minato, with seriousness. Yes, Minato, I'm sorry, but it has to be this way. As Naruto went to his room, as his mother said, as many yellings came from upstairs, as Menma and Mito were in their own rooms. As finally the night came and Naruto fell asleep. The next day, he woke up. He got upstairs to see that nobody was there, and it was already 9 a.m. Nobody woke him up. As Naruto looked around, Dad? Mom? No sound was coming. As fear gripped his heart as he dashed towards his siblings' doors to see that they were empty, he found nothing there. As he came downstairs to see that in the living room and on their dining table was a letter. It was from his family. I'm so sorry, Naruto. Last night we had a fight, but we agreed that Menma and Mito needs to be trained. We are leaving you here with all the necessities and everything you need. Please, son, don't hate us for what we are doing. It is as fate said. We can't overlook the rest of the world. We have to save it. Menma and Mito can save it, and you as well help them. Please, son. It has to be this way. I'm sorry if we broke your heart, but we will be back after 5 or 6 years when you're at the age of 13. I hope until then they will be ready. I made this plan so it will work in both my sensei's favor and mine. I want my family to be together once again. Until then, please wait. As Naruto's heart was crushed, they didn't even say goodbye to him. They all left. How could they? Even after all the things they said, Naruto's trust in family, love, everything vanished that day. The light that shone in his blue eyes vanished. They were not gold hues. As suddenly, huge amount of ki started to leak out from him. It could be sensed throughout all Konoha. As suddenly cracks started to form on their floor. As Naruto let out a huge roar, as finally the floor cracked. Splinters were everywhere. As Naruto unlocked the simple Saiyan key, as Naruto's strength was doubled. He wanted to go and kill Jiraiya. It was all because of him. But then he remembered, if his family were so honest with him, they would have left, at least not without a good reason, and goodbye. It was not a good reason. They thought that he was a hypocrite, that when they come back, he will just openly accept them. No, he doesn't need anything. So, after calming down, he wrote a letter. Dear Namikaze Uzumaki family, now I see that you don't even look at me like you look at Menman Mito. All my life, I wanted nothing more than your love, your attention as you paid Menman Mito, and when I finally got it, it was stripped away from me. Never show your face in front of me, Jiraiya, and you all as well. I'm leaving, and by the way, I did not even touch a single penny, so don't blame me for anything. I'll leave the house as it is. Goodbye, Naruto. As after that, Naruto bursted through the sky. As he didn't know what was happening, it was natural to him, and with a sonic boom, he was gone, breaking the sound barrier at multiple speed, opposite direction to Konoha and his family. As after that, Naruto went on to land on a huge cliff in which a waterfall was flowing as well. There was nothing besides him more than forest. This will be good. As suddenly, a huge amount of memories came to him. Kakarot! Kakarot! As he started to roar. He did not know whose name was this or what it was, but it made him enraged. As his eyes grew white completely, as his hair turned greenish and golden, as huge amount of energy started to leak out from his body. He entered the legendary Saiyan state, and with a single punch, a huge amount of mountains were turned nothing more than a plain ground. As Naruto felt calm, his senses coming back to him. This power, I have to learn to control it. As suddenly, an old man came from behind. Well, who are you, young man? Who are you, old man? I asked the question first. Naruto. Well, young Naruto, my name is Roshi. And I'm a hermit who lives here, and you just literally destroyed that mountains over there. I'm quite amazed by that strength, but it seems you cannot control it. How can you tell? I was right. I can teach you martial arts, and I can teach you how to control ki. What do you mean by that? Isn't it chakra that you're referring to? No. Chakra is a lesser variant of ki. Ki is only possessed by those who meditate and cultivate a lot. I cultivated for 80 years of my life to achieve ki, and you, my boy, have natural ki flowing through your veins. I can see it and sense it from miles away. And that is why when I sensed huge amount of ki, I was coming here. And look what I found. I guess I can train you if you want to. How can I trust you? Well, why not to trust me? If you don't trust me, you are still stronger than me. You can kill me if you want to. Your life means nothing to me. I don't want to kill you, but I will humor you. Good choice, kid. As after that, Naruto and Roshi passed their time together. Roshi teaching Naruto the arts of martial arts, as well as how to control his ki by meditating. As Naruto hunted down wild animals in the forest when he started to grow out from his older clothes. As more time passed, and now Naruto was at the age of 13. As his hair has grown a lot, his black hair was now on his back. As his shoulders and back was broader, so was his chest and biceps and triceps. He looked like a complete bodybuilder, but at the same time more athletic than an athlete. He had huge amount of strength, and he had achieved what he liked to call it the Super Saiyan form. And the 2 and 3. He achieved 3 levels of Super Saiyan form, and the key that was released with it was so huge that even Roshi was blown away by that. Such pure raw strength was within Naruto. As Naruto's meditation was complete, he saw that his sensei didn't move. Sensei? Roshi didn't move again. As Naruto had grown close to him, Roshi was like a grandfather figure to him. As Naruto then shook his shoulder and Roshi fell down. Sensei! As he sensed his pulse, his eyes widened. No. He's cold, meaning he died a long time ago. But when? As his eyes widened, he started to meditate in the morning, and that is when his sensei said to him, "Good luck. And this is your last lesson." He thought he will have a good chat and goodbye with Roshi and meet him along the way in some part of their life, but he knew this was going to happen. So, at that waterfall, behind it, he dug a cave in which he dug the grave of Roshi himself. As after paying respect, he left. He did not know where he was going. As he was flying over the sky, still over the shores that his sensei was dead, the only person that he cared and loved him unconditionally and trained him. As then, he did not know that he was flying over Kiri as he saw Ichibu, as he was about to launch a Bijudama at Mei and his troops, as Naruto suddenly with a blinding speed came down and launched a kick at Ichibu, sending him and his Bijudama flying and soaring through the skies, and with his own blast Ichibu's head was lost, and so did Yagura's. Both of them died. As everyone was shocked to see a kid at the age of Genin without any shirt and that looked muscular flying in the sky. As he looked down and floated down in front of me, "I'll take care of this." "You were lucky. What are you going to do?" As Naruto hands moved forward. "Are you going to push us away?" said one of the Anbus from the other side, from the bloody mist, as 2 ki blasts formed. As they were launched in the middle, with a huge explosion, almost all of the armies and the ground beneath wiped out. As Mei and her troops were shocked. "There, it is taken care of. I hope I helped the right people, right?" "Yes. We were in oppression and you freed us. Thank you so much. Can I know the name of our hero and savior?" "Naruto. And I'm no hero or savior. I just needed to vent out some frustration because I lost a loved one. And I didn't want all of you to die." "I see. But is there something I can do for you? You just saved us all." "Yes." "What?" "Promise me that any child will not have to go through heartbreak and build a nation where everyone can live peacefully and with prosperity. I promise you that much, Naruto-kun." Mei said, as with that Naruto soared through the sky again, flying again. "How can he fly?" "Shut up, Al. Let me record the scene into my mind." Mei-sama, sometimes you're so creepy. "Do you want to get melted?" No. As Naruto did not know where he wanted to go at the time, so he just flied and flied. As we go back to the Uzumaki Namikaze family, as Jiraiya and Tsunade and Minato Kushina and Menman Mito, now grown up to 13 years of age, were returning. The family of 4 were eager to meet their brother and son, because they thought that Naruto must have understood, as when they arrived, to see that their house door was locked, and it was broken. As suddenly they got alert, as they saw that the roof was broken into. As when they went inside, it was completely covered with dust, as if nobody has cleaned it. Why would Naruto leave this place like this? It is like nobody has stepped inside of it for quite a while. As everyone's eyes widened, did something happen to Naruto? They went into his room to see that nothing was there, and all of his previous clothes were there as well, were tattered. As there was a letter covered in dust there. 2 letters. One of them was theirs, while the other one was from Naruto. As when they began to read the letter, they came to an understanding that it was Naruto. Naruto left At the same day, they left in the night without saying anything to him because they did not want to break his heart. But it was the other way around. He now did not trust them. He left. No, Minato, we have to find Naruto. But where? It's been 8 years. Where will he be? We'll be able to find him. Anbu, as Anbu arrived out of nowhere. Find Naruto Uzumaki, Namikaze. Here is his letter. There must be sent on him. Just search for him. Now, as Minato was on the verge of tears as he sat down. Minato, I am so sorry for your loss. But we must— Shut up, Sensei! As Jiraiya was taken aback by that. Shouldn't have never listened to you. You wanted darkness from Naruto, right? You gave him the darkness. And good luck with that now. Because I'm not dealing with any of this bullshit. As Menma and Mito were also saddened by this and looking down. Menma, Mito, you must realize that this needed to be done. Your father is in sorrow right now, but you too must understand that. All for what? Tell me, Jiraiya, all for what? Said Menma. To satisfy your ego? That you are, as a Sani, are right and not a kid that we left here? Such a shame, Jiraiya. And I, at one point, saw you as my idol. And now I see nothing more than an egotistical bastard who wanted to prove to a fucking 8-year-old that he was right and that 8-year-old kid was wrong. Well, congratulations, Jiraiya. You just proved yourself right. You gave Naruto the reason to go towards darkness. And I don't think that he will ever come back to light. As with those words, Menma and Mito parted to grow in their own sorrow. Kushina remained stoic as Tsunade moved towards her. Kushina, as Kushina looked towards her with glare and halted her. Don't. No, there's no reason to make me agree. I agree with Minato. You were foolish to believe in you. Please kindly leave now. Because this is the last time I'm asking patiently. Next time there will be swords coming out. I don't give a damn if I turn traitor to this village. Or get executed. But I will take you two down with me for what you have done. As this was happening, we go towards Naruto. As Naruto landed in a sandy location, as he saw a huge monster in the night time. As he went there and with a single kick, launched the face of the monster away, as a kid was thrown to the ground as the body of the monster fell. As Naruto saw this, he caught the kid as he landed. It was a red-haired girl, similar to his age, but only a few inches shorter than him. Who are you? Said the girl in a dead tone. My name is Naruto. What's yours? Gaara. Why did you help me? Well, you were in trouble, so why wouldn't I? I'm a monster, can't you see? You mean that? That thing seems like a Biju. You must be a Jinchuriki. Yes, mother is sealed inside of me. That thing is not your mother, Gaara. It's using you. But whenever I sleep, you can sleep now. I will be here. Look out for you. Really? Yes. As Gaara fell asleep next to Naruto, and whenever Shukaku would try to take over, Naruto released his ki, sending Shukaku back, because Shukaku for the first time was shocked to see that a human with such energy flowing through his body, as Shukaku formed a head made out of sand to talk to Naruto. You! Oi! What is it you want, Tanaki? I want to know, why are you different? You don't have chakra, you have something else, a much purer form of energy. I am a Saiyan, or reincarnate of Saiyan. I was born with the ki. As my sensei had told me, I can use it at will. I don't need flashy jutsus or hand signs. I can single ki blast someone's ass into ashes. Sounds like you're my type of guy. Why are you tormenting her? Because this just keep on sealing me again and again. I just want to break free. Did she ever agree for you to be sealed inside of her? No. Then why her? She has nothing to do with it, and she is hated by the whole village as well. As Shukaku became quiet, isn't her life already miserable? What type of monster are you? You just make people see you as a monster. You don't give them a choice. Well, at least they fear me. No, they are not afraid of you. They just see you as a menace. That is why they avoid you. They do not fear you. Why do you think you're sealed here? Then, if they feared you, should have never been sealed again. Shikaku became quiet. Fine, human. I will not torment her, but mark my words, I will be feared by all. Yeah, right. As after that, Shikaku left, and Gaara did not turn into a monster. As the next morning came, and Gaara's dark circles somewhat lightened. What happened? I thought that I was going to be woken up into a strap chair or something like that. No, Gaara, you won't be. Where are your parents? I can take you to your house. There is no house for me. My siblings hate me. My father never paid attention to me. I don't have anywhere to go. Would you like to go with me? Where? I do not know. I'm just a traveler myself, hopping from one place to another, staying wherever I like. You can come with me, and we can see the world for what it is, and travel. Can I? Yes, Gaara. As after that, Naruto and Gaara left Suna. As unknown to both of them, Gaara's sibling has heard their conversation and saw what happened. As they were shocked and sad that they did not get a chance to ask for forgiveness from their sister, and maybe it was too late for them now. As after that, the next stop for Naruto was Taki. As Naruto stood there for lunch because Gaara was getting hungry. As they saw that, a girl was running towards them, chased by a mob. As Naruto stood in between them. Why are you chasing her? She's a demon! Again, I'll give you one chance. Leave or face my wrath. Do your worst. Naruto grew enraged. We'll rape her and then kill her. Naruto's patience wore thin. And then we'll strangle her throat. As Fu was more fearful, and Naruto saw the scars on her body. Naruto lost his, and Super Saiyan 3 in legendary form was released. As Naruto with 3's Nova Blast destroyed the whole village, there was nothing left of it. All its bubbles, every bit of it, even the hero water, was removed from the face of the earth. As Naruto started to calm down, Naruto? I'm fine. Are you alright? What's your name? Fu. Don't hurt me. I'm not going to. If I wanted to, I could have, but I will not. I'm different from them. From the looks of it, they're calling you a demon, meaning you have one of the Bijus sealed inside of you, right? Yes. I don't have anywhere to go. My own parents kicked me out. They were in the mob. Then why don't you come with us? As one of the torn and burnt corpses who were still alive was Fu's mother, who was watching this. Fu, help me. If you were still alive? Let me finish the job, said Naruto. Don't. Yes, help me, my daughter. No. Burn and suffer. Because you are the cause of all my sorrows. As her eyes widened, as she started to cry. As Fu turned her back while she started to cry and left. She remembered before her that she did the same to a 3-year-old girl, leaving her in the woods, saying the same words to her. It was tit for tat. She got what she sowed, her own death. As she embraced that, but nothing was waiting there for her except for torture, for all eternity. As Fu, Naruto, and Gaara left. As some shinobis who were watching this from afar from the said village survived, left, and reported this to the bingo book, leaving Naruto as the harbinger. And he was ranked as a ranked threat for all villages. When Kiri heard about this, they put a bounty on him to be brought alive, not to be hurt, as they saw him as a hero because he took down a 3-tailed Biju with a single kick in front of everyone and single-handedly defeated Yagura's whole army. That was also placed in the bingo book, making him double as rank. As on the other side in Konoha, Tsunade and Jiraiya were asking for forgiveness from the Namikaze Uzumaki family, while they were cold towards them. They were looking for their son slash brother that were lost to them for God knows how long now. As Naruto has traveled almost everywhere after 2 years of more time skip. He has faced many enemies. He has even faced against some plant-like creature known as Zetsu, killing him and maiming him when he was attacking Akumo Konoichi. As we see him living in a top of mountain where he built his house and his own fields in which he grew his stuff to eat, and many of his cattle were there as well. Naruto found the peace in his life by his own hands and his future. At the age of 15, he was married to the 3 girls that were in his life, which were none other than Yujito Ni, who he rescued from Kumo, and Kumo became indebted to him, as well as Gaara no Sabuko, as well as Fu from Taki, or was from Taki actually, as D3 lived there with their husband now. As it was a peaceful afternoon, as Naruto was sitting on a rocking chair in his porch when he sensed some familiar chakras entering his domain that he hasn't sensed for almost 7 to 10 years. As these were the chakras of Konoha shinobis, his siblings and some of the other guys, as they all were standing in the field. As Sasuke launched a shuriken at Naruto, as Naruto caught it with single hand and crushed it, breaking it into bits. As instantly Naruto was in front of him and grabbed him by the neck. "Why did you attack me? You are under arrest." As Naruto then grabbed him by hand. "With this hand you threw, right? You could have hurt my daughter or my son." As he crushed his hand, as suddenly a kunai was launched at Naruto, and Naruto grabbed it with his teeth and crushed it, breaking it into bits. Sakura was shocked, as suddenly Menma and Mito said, "Naruto, please stop and listen to us." So he figured out it was me. We heard that someone was living on the mountain, and he matched your description. We came here for you. Please come back. I don't want to. I already have a family that needs me. I don't need your help. The kid that you left 10 years ago has changed and grown up. What makes you think that I need you now? When you threw me away, you opened my eyes. And I don't owe anything. I wasn't even a shinobi of the village. So why am I under arrest? Keep your Uchiha in line, or he might get killed today. And the Uchiha clan might go extinct. What happened to Tachi? You. It was because of you I couldn't get my revenge. Chidori! Sasuke said as he dashed towards Naruto. As Naruto launched a ki blast, as Sasuke turned into skeleton in front of everyone, as their eyes widened. "You're under arrest for killing a Konoha shinobi who waged a war." "Shut up, Banshee." As with a single sword cut, Fu gutted Sakura in half, splitting her in 2 parts, as everyone was scared of them now. What Naruto and this girl, that green-haired girl, could do, as Yujito came out as well, and so did Gaara. As sand spears were in front of Gaara to be launched at them, as blue flames came out everyone. As then Kushina was with them, as she came with Kakashi, Asuma, and Kurenai. "Naruto, I know you were angry, but you didn't have to kill them. They were my students. You had to keep them in line, Hadake. They were a disgrace of a shinobi. They attacked an unarmed man who was a civilian, living his own life, without any warning. What makes you think that I will not defend myself? I'm not that much of a hypocrite, Hadake. If you attack me or screw with me, I'll just burn and put off the main switch so that I don't have to deal with discriminations anymore. Now tell me, what are you doing here? And what is your reason to be here, more specifically? We need the Harbinger's help. Why? The great catastrophe is about to befall on us. The leader of the Akatsuki, Tobi, he was alive. Lucky bastard escaped me, so what? With the help of the Rinnegan that he extracted from Nagato's body, he was able to revive the Ten Tails. But how? Yujito and Gaara are here. Well, they are here, but He somehow replicated some of their chakra, feeding it to the Ten Tails, and he's about to be free. We need to fulfill that prophecy. Don't ever mention that idiotic old Thor's babblement in front of me. Who you're calling old Thor's babblement? Watch your tone, boy, said Jiraiya. Well, if it isn't the washed up toad sign, get the fuck out of my property. Did you not read the letter? I said specifically if you stepped in front of my face, you'll die. Bring it on, kid. Without a single wait for a moment, Naruto dashed and punched Jiraiya in the guts, cracking all of his ribs and stabbing them into his lungs as he coughed huge amount of blood. As Jiraiya was in midair, Naruto kicked him again, sending him to the ground, breaking his backbone. There! I'll leave you alive for the rest of your miserable life. Your shinobi career is ended. You cannot write, do anything. You're fucking paralyzed, Jiraiya. I'll live like that. Like a useless being you are. With that, Jiraiya was there as Kushina and everyone went towards him. You didn't have to hurt him like that, Naruto. I have every reason to. He fucking destroyed my life, and he comes here and say those words to me. What makes you think that I will not attack? Naruto, you have already hurted one of the Sanin and killed two of our shinobis. We have every right to restrain you and bring you back for judgment. What judgment? Haven't you forgotten what happened to Taki? Do you want the same thing to happen to Konoha? I will happily do that, dear. Papa, said a girl, as a green-haired, blue-eyed girl came outside with tan skin a bit. Mitsuki, what are you doing here? Go inside. As Fu dashed towards her daughter, as Kushina and Menman Mito's eyes widened. Mitsuki, is that she's my daughter. Yes, she's your granddaughter by blood, but only in name, because you left me behind. You have no right to meet her. You have no right to meet my family. Please leave. I'm going to ask you now politely, just because at one point we had a relationship, even though it was a false one. As after that, they all nodded and left. And when they reached Konoha, they told the story to the council. Civilians mainly and Danzo were quite infuriated by this and launched a secret attack of Anbus on Naruto. They hurted Mitsuki's cheek by stabbing a kunai there. Naruto went rampage, and so did his mother's, as Naruto marched towards Konoha and maimed Danzo and the civilian council in front of everyone, making an example out of them and the whole village, as half of the village was already destroyed. Naruto did what Konoha has suffered over the course of all those years again. They created a monster with their hatred, and now his hatred was much greater than theirs, as he was the darkness now that Jiraiya also wanted. As Nade and Jiraiya were sitting in a room, Jiraiya was paralyzed as he was seeing the destruction from the window. Are you happy now, Jiraiya? That is the destruction and darkness you created. Well, you know what? I give the old toad that. At least he knows how to make fulfill of his own prophecies. As Jiraiya grumbled, What? You mad that I'm saying the truth? Well, deal with it, Jiraiya. Because it is all because of you that this happened. As for the Ten Tails, it did alright, but the first person it killed was Obito himself, consuming it, getting a bit of chakra. As after that, he started to march towards Konoha, as Naruto single-handedly defeated it and destroyed it, burning it to ashes. As after that, Naruto started to fly away, as he saw that Mitsuki was in his grandmother's arms, as Kushina was crying and hugging her, as the same could be said for Mito and Minato, as Menma was also there, patting her head, as Naruto flew down. I need my daughter, please. Naruto, please. Please forgive us. We should have never. Yes, you should have never. Even though I can't forgive you, you were allowed to visit. We'll repair this bridge, one step at a time. If you're up to it, that is. Thank you so much. Naruto said these words and left. As he smiled, Papa? What is it, Miss Kichan? Why are you smiling? Papa's happy. He finally got his full family back, like he always wanted to. as Mitsuki hugged her father as Naruto flew away towards his residence, which was way back on Kumo's tallest mountain where they lived. As the whole elemental nations were now at peace, thanks to Naruto, the Heartbreaker, the reincarnate of Broly, the legendary Saiyan. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the story of, guys. I hope you like this one, and if you do, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And don't forget about the link that will be posted today or tomorrow about the Horror Stories channel. If you're interested, please check that out as well. And this is Apollo Uchiha, and I am signing out. Peace.